All right, hello. This is for when you get into Mathia. We're going to do the first workspace that's available to us, the solving two-step equations, I believe what it's called. So when you get in here into Mathia, you're going to get into, and you can get there by, going to your Launchpad, find the Mathia find the math folder, and you'll see Carnegie Learning Mathia. So it'll have this CL symbol there. So you're going to find the only one that should say let's go. This one's mine, so mine's all open. Well, except for that one, you didn't see that. But this one right here, the Algebra 1 High School Module 2, that's what this stands for. So we're gonna go to Let's Go. So let's go, guys. So from here, you'll get to solving two-step equations. That's the first workspace you should be working on. If it does not say that, because you've never logged into Mathia before, you need to tell me so that I can, because I couldn't move you until you've actually logged in before. So that was out of my control. But you should be in the correct module though. And so there's Let's Go. And we'll wait for Carnegie Learning to do its thing and watch it go around and around in a circle. Hopefully it'll work soon. Is this what you guys are doing too? Or you guys just wait for it? And you're just like, I wonder what's going on. All right, so I see it. So if ever you see over here a step-by-step, please do it, okay? It will really, I know I don't like doing them either because I'm like, I could just do it, I'll figure it out. It really does help. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so we'll do the step-by-step. We'll do it together. Here's the step-by-step. Here goes. We have to enjoy it for what it is, right? Okay, I see it. I see that equation in the back very faintly. Do you see it? Oh, shoot. Lots of things are changing. Or I don't know what just happened. Didn't I just say step by step? Okay, step by step example. I'm not sure what it did, but normally it's very, very helpful. This one, I think there's something wrong with, oh, solution history. Okay, so right here. So this is what we started with. So sometimes we need to do that. Okay, and so it says subtract from both sides, right? So if you look right down here, these are the equation transformations, right? So we have to tell it what to do. So we're gonna subtract from both sides. We're gonna click on that, and then we'll say what to subtract. So it'll be like minus 10, right? And then we would get this equation right here. And then it says, then you want to, get rid of that 10. So you're gonna have to divide both sides. You have to go to the right here, divide both sides. That's your division property of equality, right? And then you divide both sides by 10 to get this answer. And then we just need to simplify it. So rewrite fractions. So that's over here on the left. You know, it's right here, rewrite fractions. You've clicked on that. Well, we'll see what it's going to look like. Let's try it out. And oh. Why is it already doing it for me? I just want a regular problem. Okay, here we go. So here we have an equation like this, right? So the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the 6. So I'm going to notice, do not look behind it, right? We're always looking in front. And this is a positive 6. So in order to get rid of that, we were going to have to subtract this. So I'm going to subtract from both sides. So do you see what I hit? And then, so what I'm going to put in there? Oh, I'm going to subtract 6. So I'm going to, with my keyboard, so I have to key it in. So notice if I put it in for 6 on one side, it'll do the exact same thing on the other side. And then don't forget to push enter, because if you don't, it'll just stay like that forever and a day. So here we go. So we did that, so that's good. And it says, now what would that result be? Well, what's 4 minus 6? -2. And push enter. All right. And then, so now it gets back to this original. We're not done yet. So now I want to get rid of this -6. So how do we get rid of that? Right, since it's multiplying. Ooh, let's try and add, because some people like to add. It's wrong, but let's try it. Let's see what happens. Oh, they're like, nope, can't add on both sides, because that, I mean, you could, but it's not going to get rid of the -6. Okay, so then let's try multiply. Oh, I don't really want to, I mean, I could multiply by the reciprocal, which is -1/6. wonder if I can go back. Darn it. Oh, well, I'll just do it. So -1/6, just like that. And I use the slash right under the question mark to use that divide. Okay, and then I press enter. Normally what I would have said was divide both sides by -6, but there we go. And now notice right here, we have two negatives and we want to like simplify that, right? So I'm going to, it says rewrite signs. So I'm going to rewrite signs. So now notice they canceled out the negatives. So now I just have positives, but I can reduce this some more. So if I tried, oh, I wonder if I say I'm done. Well, let me, oh, there's more work to do. Okay, good. So I'm like, okay, let's pretend I don't know. How do I do it? Let's ask for a hint. So rewrite fractions in the lowest terms. Ooh, so then it's ways to rewrite. So I need to rewrite the fraction. See how I say rewrite the fraction, rewrite fraction. So rewrite the fraction. So that's going to be, well, what goes into both 2 and 6? 2. So 2 goes into 2 once, divide that by, 6 goes into 2, 2 goes into 6 3 times. Yay! Okay, so now let's see. I should not be able to do that anymore, so I say I'm done. Yay! Okay, let's try one more. And your problems are not going to be the same as my problems because there's like, they have like a whole bunch of different problems. So basically, I believe this is what they call a concept builder. So if you could be in here forever if you don't get it right, just saying. But this will help you with what you should do. Okay, so now if you look at this, my y is on the right, and I have this -2. So I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to add to both sides. And what I'm going to add, ooh, get a trophy. We're adding 2 to both sides, right? To get rid of that. I really wish they would have put that below, but maybe that's a programming issue. I don't know. And we're going to press enter. And then we had to figure out what that is. So 4 + 2, which is going to be 6. Press enter. All right. So now we're back here. We still have more to do. So we got to get rid of this multiply by -6. So now I'll do it the right way. Not the right way, but the way we use in class. How about that? So divide both sides. And what are we dividing by? This -6 right here. Okay, so -6 on both sides. And the reason why we use that -6 is because that's the number in front of the y, right? Because we want this y to be positive. So we have to divide the whole thing by -6. Enter. And we get y is equal to -1. Is that it? I don't think is there anything that we can, I think I'm just done. There we go. Yay. So maybe I should just do one more problem and so I can get all greens. Doesn't that, So feel free to just stop this video if you want to, or if you need to see one more, then there we go. Again, right here, I noticed that the z is over on the left-hand side, so I want to get rid of this -5. So I'm going to add to both sides. So I'm going to add 5, press enter. Nice. Ooh, did you see that? You have to be like quick. All right, and if you notice right here, this is 5 + 5. Last I checked, that was 10. Press enter. And then here, we just need to get rid of the 7. And remember that is multiplying. So we're going to do the opposite of that, which is dividing. So you want to divide by 7 on both sides. Press enter. I always forget to press enter. All right, we cannot simplify this anymore. So I'm just going to say I'm done. And if you look, once you get all those green the green circles, that means that you can move on to the next one. But the more mistakes you make, the more it will not turn green. So if you do get in a loop where like, oh, you can't move on because it just keeps on going in a circle, then just let me know and I can totally help you with that. If you look right here, please do not skip and go to problem, okay? Because that's not gonna help you. So begin step-by-step example. Always do the step-by-step example. Okay, and if you notice, right, so read this and then go on. So to isolate the variable terms, you should eliminate the constant value -8 on the left side. What can you do to both sides of the inequality to eliminate the -18? Basically make a 0. So if you notice right here, I'm going to just bring this down. Oh, look, it highlights it for me. Okay, add to both sides, right? And so what am I adding? I'm adding 18, right, to make that 0. and says, enter the result of performing add to both sides on the right-hand side of the relation being the inequality, right? So -6 plus 18 is going to be 12. There's my 12, just like that. And it says -2 is -2 times x. How do you undo multiplication? And see the yellow? Let's see here, division. So we're going to divide both sides. So we're going to divide both sides by -2. Then if you notice right here, it says the coefficient is -2. What value can you divide both sides of the relation by so that the coefficient becomes 1? See, I told you about the 1. You see how this is like a very step-by-step, but if you read it and don't be lazy about it, because I know I can be lazy about it, it will help you, I promise. All right, and then it says right here, when you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, you must flip the direction of the inequality symbol. Okay, and I'll tell you the reason why for that later, like in class, but we're not there yet in class, but this will be a good like heads up. Notice everything was exactly the same, even though we had this inequality. All the steps were the same, except for this last part, because an equal sign, if you flip it, it's still an equal sign, right? So instead of being a greater than here, we're going to go to the less than, the one that's flipped, right? And I'm just going to press, oop. And then you have finished solving for x. Click the plot solution on number line button to see x is less than or equal to -6. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to just use this. Oop. Do you see? So this is where it's -6. It's equal to it. So that's why it's closed circle and it goes all the way to the left. See? And now we're done. And now we're going to do the problem. Do you see how this goes? So hopefully that was a little more simple. And then notice, I don't know if you noticed, but this little up and down, you can just kind of drag it down and then drag it back up again. Okay, to help you with that. All right. So hopefully this was helpful for you, and I will see you next time. And so finish your 2 workspaces or whatever it is now for the challenge, right?